All right, Jimmy Thing here, and we're at the E3 show floor checking out Far Cry 3 behind us. And I'm with game producer, co-op game producer Dee, correct?
Yeah, game designer, yeah, true.
Game designer, okay. And for those that don't know, Far Cry 3 is obviously the sequel to, well, I guess Far Cry 2. Does it actually have anything to do with the previous games?
No, this is a brand new Far Cry that we're doing. We're basically taking all the best that you knew from the old games, and we're just making that even better.
So the first game was developed by Crytek, and I know Ubisoft's working on this game. The first game took place in a green jungle environment, and I played the second game. The second game took place in the African jungles. And with Far Cry 3, it looks like you guys are going back to that green tropical jungle environment. Why the decision to go to that environment?
I think that we've seen a lot of grays and browns in shooters, and I think that it's just refreshing to see a more colorful take, I guess, on the shooter. And then it's just a part of the Far Cry kind of feel that you're just far away from civilization. It's just lush and beautiful. So I think that's why.
So when I was looking at some of the forum comments from some of the past Far Cry 3 videos, a lot of people were worried that it was going to be a very linear corridor shooter. Is it going to be more linear than past Far Cry's?
I mean, Far Cry is an open world shooter. That's what Far Cry is, and that's what you're going to get in Far Cry 3 as well. So it's all about the open world. It's all about exploring the open world, interacting with the world in different ways. And yes, there is a narrative as well, and that's a really cool. But yeah, I can't tell you too much about it. But it's awesome. You have that awesome character Jason Brody, who's on the islands, and he is going through this crazy journey, and you're following him, but you are him, and at the same time, you get to be the explorer of this lush jungle.
So I didn't actually get too far into the first Far Cry, but they were like monsters or something like that. Can we expect to see anything like that in this game?
No monsters. No monsters. No monsters.
Okay, and as we've noted, there's going to be co-op in the game. Is co-op a separate mode, or is that going to be integrated with the single-player campaign? How does that work?
Co-op is a unique standalone mode. So it takes place about 6 months before Jason Brody gets to the island. And we have 4 unique co-op characters, 6 uniquely custom-built maps for co-op. So yeah, it's completely standalone.
So it's you said there's 6 different maps. Is it Is it more of like an arena-based thing then, or is there a story, or how does that work?
It's an overarching storyline, but we have focused on replayability. So while you can play the maps in order, and then you'll get the full storyline, but you can also just jump in and play. It's not kind of arena-based, because each map is a string of different objectives and different missions that you play through. So you do get that kind of sense of progression within each map, and they take about 45 minutes to 60 minutes to play through. So there is a storyline, but really it's all about having fun and playing with your friends.
So Far Cry, I think both Far Cry's in the past have like set kind of new boundaries for graphics. Is Far Cry 3 using a new engine, improved engine of Far Cry 2, or can you talk about that?
We're still on the same engine, but we're trying really hard to push the graphics and push the experience as far as we can on all the platforms for Far Cry 3.
Okay, and I know you said that most shooters nowadays are sort of like gray colors and stuff like that. Is there anything else that separates Far Cry 3 from other modern day shooters?
If we're talking about the multiplayer, then I think that our focus on team play and friends matter really separates us. Whether you're playing the co-op or you're playing the adversarial multiplayer, that's really what we're after. We're after team play. We have lots of different features that support that. Our game modes are all about that. So even if you're the type of player who you care only about your stats, you want to get to the top of the leaderboard, but the game is built in a way that even if that's how you play, you will still be team playing. So that's pretty cool, and I think that sets us apart.
So obviously co-op's going to be a big part of the game. Are you guys going to have like the traditional versus multiplayer as well?
Yes, we have 8 versus 8.
And also I believe there's a map editor so people can build their own maps.
Yeah, you can build your own maps on all the consoles as well, upload them, play with your friends for multiplayer matches, yeah.
Okay, and final question, can you talk about what platforms it will be on and its release date?
Yes, Far Cry 3 will be coming out September 4th in the US, September 7th in Europe, on PC, Xbox 360, and PS3.
Cool. Thanks, guys. The game's shaping out to look really good, so expect to see it then.